There are legends surrounding the Great Wall of China created by mankind. Some say that it can be seen from space. Others say that it can be seen from the moon. According to another legend, the builders are buried in the wall itself. Although all this is a myth, the Great Wall of China remains the most amazing structure on Earth. I would like to share with you some interesting information about the Great Wall. Fun facts about the Great Wall of China. What gets millions of visitors a year and has a history longer than your toenails? It's the Great Wall of China. It's one of the most amazing structures in the world, and one of the most famous. Read on to learn more about this incredible marvel of construction. So how great is it? The Great Wall is huge. It's the longest man-made structure in the world. The entire wall is over 21,000 kilometers long, and it has an average height and width of about 6 to 8 meters. It's believed it would take you 3 to 6 months just to walk along the main section of the wall. They weren't joking when they named it the Great Wall. How old is it? It's older than you. That's for sure. The wall was built in stages, but historians think the first bits began in the 7th century BCE. That means the oldest sections are around 2,700 years old. Imagine having 2,700 birthdays. About 500 years later, Emperor Qin Shi Huang became the first person to unify China. He continued construction with a plan to connect the original walls. Over time the wall was improved and expanded, all the way up until the 1870s. Is it really one big wall? Okay, so it's not actually one big unbroken wall. It's more like a series of walls, towers, trenches and moats that stretch across a large part of China. In some places, the builders were clever and built into or around the land's natural defensive features, like hills or big rocks. Why build a wall? Back then, the best way to prevent an army from invading was to build a big wall. The wall's purpose was to protect China by keeping invaders out. Sort of like when you close your bedroom door so no one will bother you. It also protected trade routes and controlled the roads into and out of China. Believe it or not though, it didn't always work. Through the centuries, some clever invading armies were able to go around or right over it. So what's it made of? Back in the days of horses and carts, it was hard to move heavy construction material. Builders had to rely on what was nearby and available. So there are sections made of stone gathered from the mountains. But in another spot, they might be made of earth and wood or even brick. And would you believe they also used sticky rice? It's true. To get all that brick and stone to stick, Chinese engineers used a mix of rice flour and limestone. So you could say the wall is also partly made of rice. We don't recommend eating it though. The moon myth. You may have heard that the Great Wall can be seen from the moon. But that's actually not true. Using fancy cameras, astronauts have tried hard to capture photos of the wall from space. But so far none have confirmed that it can be seen with the naked eye. The Great Wall today these days. The Great Wall is one of the most popular places to visit in China. But it's a huge task to keep the entire structure in good condition. It's believed that about a third of the wall has disappeared over the years. This is in part because of natural wear and tear, and partly due to foot traffic over the years. There are even stories about locals taking pieces from the wall to use for their own homes. Despite that, large sections remain intact and are still an amazing sight. There's really nothing else like it in the world. It truly is a great wall.